say that it's disappointing. Like I'm kind of sick of saying it's disappointing that we gave away a result when I think we should have won. And I think the hard thing is that we're playing really well. I think we're playing probably the best part of the football season has been in the second half. So it's tough. I think just a couple of mistakes in the back kind of let us down. But again, we're failing to score goals in games that I think we need to score goals and put teams away early. I think the opportunities were there, but Bay played well as well. You can't take that away from them. They were scrappy. They're obviously fighting for the playoff position as well. So we're in the same position. So I understand, their fight for it as well as ours, but a bit disappointing, I think.
And if you guys can raise your hands, if you have any questions here, Steph, you're the only one on here. Do you have any questions for them? You can just go ahead. Go ahead, Steph.
Sorry, you'd think that in the year 2024, I wouldn't be doing this. Anyway, sorry, I won't keep you long. The Oshuala goal, it looked like it was a little hectic, a lot of traffic going on in the box. I'm just wondering what you were seeing there defensively.
I mean, for me, it was, it's a bit of a cluster. I think sometimes people just get lucky goals. Like there's balls bouncing around and they just happen to have someone in the right place at the right time. So I think that's why it's so frustrating for us that we're giving up goals where it's things like that. It's not a team's broken us down and, we couldn't figure out how to get the ball out, whatever. It was just like bouncing around and they just happened to get a good chance on it. So I think that's why it's so disappointing.
From both of you, I mean, you talked about mistakes like that where it's not necessarily like, oh, if we just change this thing in practice we can improve on it. It's like sometimes unlucky stuff happens. What is your conversation with the rest of the team when you're like, okay guys, something bad happened, but it doesn't have to define like the next game?
I mean, I think for my short time that I've been here so far, that's just always been the mentality after games. We are really pleased with the style of play that we're playing and, like Abby said, how we're playing. It's just the final product that's not there right now. And yeah, the ability to put teams away like we know we can. And so I think like all the pieces are there and it's just that final step. And now it's kind of like there's no other option other than to get across the line. So I think it's just this mentality shift that's going to have to happen where we just don't want that to happen anymore.
And very last one, Alex Morgan's retiring. Obviously, you're both players who have seen a lot in this league, who have, seen NWSL grow and change. I'm just wondering if either of you have any thoughts on her retiring or if you have a memory of playing against her that particularly sticks out.
Yes, so many. I can go. I played against her for a really long time. I mean, how do you put that into words, what she's done for the game? She's just been a pioneer in a lot of ways, not only in the way that she plays, but all the things she's doing off the field. And from what I hear, she's going to continue to do that after the fact. And that is just so her style, isn't it? She wants to be a pioneer. She wants to continue to grow. And I saw one of her interviews about how her daughter is now, kind of wanting to be an athlete. And that's kind of a tribute to herself. So to put into words what she's done is just, it's too much. She's done too much for the game. And I think it's a well-deserved rest that she has. So all I would say is, I'm glad because I don't have to defend her anymore. But the game will miss her. I hope she stays around in some capacity, whether it's an investor or, just being on the sidelines and being a fan. I think the game will miss her a lot. So it'll be nice to see her around, but I do wish her the best in whatever she's doing.
Thank you both for your time.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Anything else?